most beautiful Bangkok podcast moment?
Oh, man. When I had the opportunity to tell Norman that he saved my career, without a doubt. You know, like, we've had so many episodes and so many great moments, and I feel like maybe I've told Norman that before, but being able to really put out there how I feel like he saved my entire fucking career, maybe more than once, but one time specifically was very important to me.
Yeah. I think that's one of the interesting things about not just doing a podcast, but having a pretext for like interviewing someone, even someone that you've already known. It gives you this window to say and get into things that would just be weird in normal conversation. Like you might have said that, but you may not have said it in the full comprehensive way that you had a chance to say it then, and it wasn't an odd thing. Like you put a microphone in somebody's face, and all of a sudden, it opens this window of conversation.
Correct.
So, I'll cut in a clip from that, but I would encourage people to go back and listen to the 2 episodes we did with Norman, because I do think that they're 2 of the best that we've done, and they were early on, but they
early on.
Yeah.
Pre-30.
What do you mean I'm going to go interview with Norman Van Aken? So I walk in this room, and it was the office. I was on the 2nd floor.
Yep.
And I was so like, I'm usually pretty cool under pressure, but I was cracking hard. And you asked me, though, just the very simple questions. So what do you think about food? And I'm just like, I fucking love food. And I'm like, oh, man. And then the guy in the other room, which was one of the sous chefs at Norman's at the time, laughs because it was such a like simple answer. But now that I look back on that moment, it's still the same. Like, I was very true in that moment, and I think that you saw that. And for the rest of the interview, I was pretty much in shambles. But I guess you liked me because you hired me. And, that was like the beginning of a very incredible journey that had a lot of ups and downs. And that was the first time I had ever met you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to fast forward to, I think, what was maybe 3 years after that. Maybe 4. I don't know. I was at Norman's 180. And then from Norman's, I left. Things happened. And we all left there. And I had gone to the local. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember this time. And we had still been in somewhat communication. We would email back and forth, whatever. And I was, that was probably one of the top 3 lowest points of my life.
Top 3 lowest? Okay.
Yeah, lowest. And it had nothing to do with the local. It was a nice place. Bottom 3, though. Bottom 3 points of my life. And it was a very trying time for me. And you had reached out to me, and you were like, we're going to open Tuyo. Would you like to be a part of the opening team? And me, like a little arrogant fuck, I was like, no, I'm good. Because I was so in my own world and so just like inundated by like drugs and alcohol and like stuff. Just like all the stuff that's like bad about our industry, right? So anyways, fast forward, I think like 6 or 7 months after that email, my time at the local ended very poorly. I was let go for reasons that we can't share publicly. But anyways, I was like on the street for like, I was living somewhere, but in a very bad place. So I reached out to you and, I asked if you were willing to meet. And Tuyo had already opened at the time. Matt Hawkins, which is the chef de cuisine at Ariete now, and Gio Fesser, which is the Pastelito Papi and one of my best friends in the whole world, worked at Tuyo at the time. And I was like, yeah. And you said yes, which I was shocked that you said yes. So this was like maybe 3 days after everything happened at the local. And, my world was burning and falling apart. And I was in like it was like a 2-day bender. Things were bad. And I walked into what was your office in the back. Mm-hmm. And Jeffrey was there, but he did not stay. And you just looked at me and you said, "Are you okay?" And I responded, "No, I'm not." And we talked a little bit, and you said to me, "I don't necessarily have a position for you, but I will hire you." And that changed the rest of my life forever. 150%. You did not need to hire me. You did not need to, help me at that point, and you did. So all I could say is thank you for that.
I can see you sitting in the chair. It was by that table that was supposed to be a big prep table, but it ended up being a kind of an ad hoc
Right.
office for us because there was no other office, and you had this coat on and
Hoodie.
like you've been driving for 24 hours.
It's close to it, yeah.
And you were beat up, and the world had given you a serious whipping.
Sure.
Yeah. But I remembered your work, and I remembered the promise that I saw within you, and so I wanted success, like I've always wanted success, and the only way you get success is to build a team. I am a member of a team. I happen to be, typically, I'm often the quarterback of the team, but I would get nowhere if it weren't for the linemen, it weren't for everybody else,
Right.
weren't for the fans. So I knew
We need the fans.
We need the fans.
We need the fans.
They pay for everything.
Yes.
But you had and have, that intrinsic quality, that ineffable quality of caring so deeply. Yeah, your answer was true, Michael. You love fucking food. You didn't need to say it any fancier than that, really. I could see it in your, like a method actor looks for truth. You were telling me the truth with your heart. And I appreciate that.